Hello, in this video we're going to look at the section 2.2 homework problems, and I've received several emails said about the problem 15 and 17. So let's look at the problem real quick. First one, the circle equation is x minus x0 plus square, y minus y0 square equals r square. Well, the center is going to be x0, y0, and radius is r. So here, center 0, 0, so it's x minus 0, so it's x squared plus y minus 0 is x squared plus y squared. Radius is 2, so it's 2 squared. Then your function is going to be x squared plus y squared equals 4. Okay? Next one. Find the center radius from the equation of circle. Let's do the first one. So basically, you need to graph the picture. So click it, draw a picture, and click the center, goes to radius 2, right here. Save, and then check the answer. Next question. So center, is -1, so it's x minus -1 square plus y minus 0 square equals 7 square. So you got x plus 1 square plus y square equals 49. Okay. Then x minus minus plus. So this one. It's pretty simple one, right? And draw the picture. It's pretty simple. You find the -3 and a 1, go to 4, and then check it. For example, this one is, what's that center? -3, 1. Let me check. So -3, 1, yeah. -3, 1, so it's right here. I choose the circle, so choose this one. And you have to go 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here. And save and check. Okay, let's just skip this one. It should be the same. Number 5, center is square root of 5, so x minus square root of 7 square plus y minus square root of 5 square equals square root of 7 square, and which is 7. Okay. So let's continue. Look at next one. So here you see the center is where? Is -1, so it's this point, -1 and the -2, okay? So the center is -1, -2. And now the radius is to check from the center 1, 2, 3. So the radius is equal to 3. Then you can write the equation as x minus -1 is x plus 1 square plus y minus -2 is y plus 2 square equals 3 squared is 9. Okay? So it should be pretty simple. Next one, I can skip that one. You find the center is -5 and +2. Center. Okay, so the radius is from here 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4. And use the formula is x plus 5 square plus y minus 2 square equals 16. It's the same thing. Number 8. Okay, so then we need to complete this square form. So x squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 2y plus 1 equals 0. So now we need to complete the square. X goes together, so x squared plus 6x plus something, then plus y squared plus 2y plus something equals -1. Okay, because I just shift the negative one to the other side. Now what do we add here? So x squared plus 6x, you add the middle number divided by 2 because the coefficient is 1. So you add 9 here. And y squared plus 2y, the middle number is 2, divided by 2 is 1 square, so it's going to be 1. Okay, middle number divided by 2 is 3, and then square is 9. Well, you're thinking about you add 9 here, so I have to do the same thing on the other side. You add 1 here, you have to add 1 here as well, because you have to make this equation be the same as previous equation. So you add 9 on both sides. Well, this 3 will give you an equation, a completed square form. This will give you another completed square form equals 9. So then it's going to be a circle. You can type into the center is -3, -1. The radius is 3. Okay, next one. This will very similar. Okay, so basically you have 8. You factor 8 out. So you have 8x squared minus 3x plus, or just made a plus something here, plus 8, you factor it out, y squared plus y plus something here, and equals 108. So what do you need to add here? The middle number divided by 2 square. So it's 8x squared minus 3x plus the middle number is 3 divided by 2 is 3/2. Square is 9/4. Plus 8 y squared plus y. The middle number is 1 divided by 2 is half. Then square is 1/4. And it's 108. Well, since you add some number here, you have to add another number here. If you add 9/4 here, actually you add 8 times 9/4 because there's a coefficient in front of 9/4. So you have to add 18. And if you add 1/4, you think about, okay, not add 1/4 here, but add 1/4, you have to think about the 8. So multiply by 8, which is 2. Okay, so then you have x minus 3/2. This number divided by 2, and the middle number divided by 2, so it's square, 3/2 square plus 8. Y, the middle number divided by 2 is half, square equals 128. Then divide everything by 8. You got x minus 3/2 square plus y plus half square, which is divided by 8, which is 116. Okay, so 16. Now we have the center is 3/2, -1/2. The radius square root of 16, which is 4. Okay, so that's how to do that one. Number 10, I'll skip that. It's pretty much the similar question. Number 11 is very similar. Okay. Number 12. Let's see what it says. Number 31 to 36 seems like it has a lot of questions. Now the center is half of this two, so the middle point between -5, -5 and 8 and 1, -6. Well, this is the radius. Okay, this is diameter. And then the middle point of these two is going to be the center. So the center is the middle point between these two. The middle point between these two is -5 plus 1 is -4, divided by 2 is -2. The middle point between 8 and -6. 8 plus -6 is 8 and minus 6, which is 2, divided by 2, which is 1. So that's the center. Okay, so I have to type in that again. Wait. Seems like I don't know why I can't do that. Okay. So I'm supposed to type -1. No. Okay. So -2. Well, it doesn't come out here. Anyway, I know the answer is for sure it's right. Okay. Then you find the radius is going to be between this distance formula between these two, or these two is fine. The distance formula. Or you can use the distance formula to find these two. So distance formula, square root of y2 minus y1 square plus x2 minus x1 square. You can back forth is the same. Okay, x squared plus y squared, Pythagorean theorem, pretty much like that. Okay, so distance formula. And then d equals, you can find the distance between these 2 points and divided by 2 because it's diameter, right? Or the distance between these two points is either one. between the center to any point on the circle. It's up to you. So you can do the distance between -8 and -6, so it's -14 square, plus 1 minus 5, so it's 6 square. This is a diameter, okay? Now r equals d over 2. You simply have that, and you divide by 2, it's a radius. Let's continue next one. If the coordinates of the endpoints of the diameter of the circle are known, the equation of the circle can be found. First, find the middle point of the diameter, then which is the center of the circle. Find the radius, which is the distance. Okay, this is the same thing as the previous one. Find the center radius from the endpoints of that diameter. So 1, 4, -9, 2 are the endpoints. The middle point will be the center. So the center will be between 1 and -9. The middle point is 1 plus -9. Divided by 2, which is -4. The middle point between 4 and 2 is 3. Obvious. 4 plus 2 divided by 2, which is 3. That's your center. Now, how do I find the radius? Radius, look at the center. From a center to any point is your radius. So if you find the distance formula between the center to either one of these points is fine. So let's do this one. So it's -5, 4 minus 1 square plus 3 minus 4 square. x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y square. It's the distance formula. Okay, so then equals square root of 5 is 25 plus -1 square is 1, so it's square root of 26. So that's the radius. So type the equation. I just write down equation instead of typing it in because it takes time it's very hard to do that here. And then the equation is going to be x minus -4, which is x plus 4. Okay, square plus y minus center, which is 3, equals square root of 26, which is the radius square. So it's x plus 4 square plus y minus 3 square equals 26. That's the radius. That's the function for this one. Okay. 14 is the same. 3, 6, 9, 8. You can tell the center is going to be the middle point between these two is 12 divided by 2, 6. The middle point between these two, 6 plus 8 is 14 divided by 2, 7. That's the center. Radius from 6 to 3, so d equals square root of 6 minus 3 plus 7 minus 6 square. The distance between the center to any point on the circle. The distance from the center to any point on the circle is the radius. So distance equals 3 squared is 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay. So then the formula is the equation is x minus 6 square, x minus x0 square, y minus y0 is minus 7 square, which is square root of d square, so it's 10. Okay. Pretty simple. Number 15. How do you do that for this one? Because that's 1 point to all 3 points have the distance. Now we use the distance formula 3 times. So suppose this point is x and y. So x and y, the distance between x and y to 7 and 8. Okay. So that's the first point. 7, 8, -11, -5, and -5, +8. And distance to 3. The distance, this one is 10. The distance 13. The distance 10. What do we need to do? We need to use the distance formula 3 times. The first time you got x minus 7 square plus y minus 8 square, which is 10. Okay. And distance formula x minus -11 is plus 11 square plus y minus -5 plus 5 square, which is 13. Distance formula again, x minus 5, -5x plus 5 square plus y minus 8 square equals 10. Then I need to use this 3 distance formula to solve x and y. How do I solve it? I need to square both sides, FOIL it. So for this one, you get x square both sides, x minus x minus 7 square plus y minus 8 square both sides equals 100. FOIL it out, x squared minus 14x plus 49 plus y squared minus 16y plus 64 equals 100. Okay, so you got x squared plus y squared minus 14x minus 16y equals, well, just equals this two, 49 plus 64, 3, okay, and minus that, so it's 100 minus 113, which is negative 13. Okay, that's the first distance formula. Okay, let's just say this is 1. The second distance formula, what do you got? You got x squared plus 22x plus 121, FOIL it out, plus y squared plus 10y. First square both sides, then FOIL. And plus 25 equals 169. So you got x squared plus y squared plus 22x plus 10y equals, and then you have 169 minus 121 is 8, 48 minus 25 again, 323. Okay, so that's, you got these two formula, these two second equation. Okay, let's do a third equation. This one to here, third equation, square both sides, then FOIL. So it's x squared plus 10x plus 25 plus y squared minus 16y plus 64 equals 100. And then you got x squared plus y squared plus 10x minus 16y equals 100 minus 64, which is 36, minus 25, which is positive 11. This is equation 3. Okay, so now if I use equation 1, well, equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay, so equation 2 minus equation 1. So what I got? X squared minus x squared cancel out. Y squared minus y squared cancel out. 22 minus negative 14, which is 36x. 10y minus negative 16, so it's plus 26y. 23 minus negative 13, which is plus 13, which is 36. Great. Okay, now I can use second one minus the third one. X squared minus x squared canceled out. Y squared minus y squared canceled out. 22 minus 10 is 12x. 10 minus 16, which is plus 26y again. 23 minus 11, which is 12. Now we have a linear equation system. Now we can subtract it. 36x minus 12x is a two-dimensional linear equation. Okay, so you can use substitution or elimination method now. So you can multiply the second one by -1 or whichever. You can just have to cancel one of the variable. So now it's simple. I just subtract it. 36 minus 12, 24x. 26 minus 26 canceled out. 36 minus 12 is 24. So I got x equals 1. Now plug x equals 1 into the function. So 36 times 1 plus 26y equals 36. Now I got 26y equals 0. Then you got a y equals 0. Now your solution is 1, 0. That's your final answer. Okay. One, the second one, oh my gosh, so 0. Okay, so that's how you do the question. First, you use the distance formula. Use the distance formula 3 times. Use the distance formula 3 times. You got 3 distance formula, and then square both sides. Square both sides. Then FOIL it. Okay, then FOIL it. FOIL this first one. You got this simplified. You FOIL the second one. You got this. You got this, and you simplify. For the third one, you got this, okay? And then you subtract the first and the second, x squared, y squared will be cancelled out for sure. You only have x and y as a linear equation. And solve that linear equation again, linear equation system, okay? You can go back and forth and watch this again, the whole process. It's a little bit time consuming, but if you are good with the calculation numbers, you should be fine, do it quickly. I hope it helps you, okay? So number 16, find the center radius form for the equation of circle with center 9, -3, tangent to the y-axis. Okay, so this is a pretty simple one, I think. So find the center of equation of the circle with the center 9, -3. So 9, -3 is tangent to y-axis. So it's basically like this. So this is a 9. Okay, so the x is 9 and the direction is tangent. So you got the r radius equals 9 because it's tangent to y-axis. Now the center form is going to be, because the center is 9, -3. So the answer is x minus 9 squared plus y minus -3 is plus 3 squared equals 9. R radius squared is 81. That's it. Okay, so the 17 is very much like, I can do a similar exercise. It's pretty much like 15. You use distance formula twice. Okay, so suppose x and y is your distance, is your coordinates. So use distance formula. The first one, 2, -4, 0. The distance is square root of 10. And another one is 0, 2 is square root of 10. So now use distance twice. So x plus minus -4 is plus 4 square, plus y minus 0 square is y square equals 10. Another distance formula, x minus 0, so it's x minus square is x square, plus y minus 2 square, which is also 10, square root of 10. Now you square both sides. You got the first one is x square. You FOIL it, okay? So I just don't skip that part. So square both sides, x plus 4 square plus y square equals 10. Because square both sides, square root all cancel, square root can goes away. Also, you got another one is x square plus y minus 2 square, which is 10. Now you FOIL it. So x square plus 8x plus 16, you FOIL this one to here, plus y square equals 10. The other one, you got x square plus y square minus 4y plus 4 equals 10. Now we subtract it. X squared subtract x squared cancel out. 8x minus, there's the x here, so just keep 8x. Then 16 subtract the 4 is plus 12. Y squared cancel out. 0 minus -y, so it's plus 4y. 10 minus 10 is 0. So I got equation is 8x plus 4y equals -12. Okay, now divide everything by 4. You got 2x plus y equals -3. Then you got y equals -2x minus 3. You got this. Then substitute it back into either one of the two equations previously. Suppose this equation, you can do any one. Okay, so subtract this one to here. It's x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 10. That's just plug it into here. Okay, either one of those two equations, plug it in. So x squared plus y is -2x minus 3. Plug into here, substitute it. -2x minus 3, this is y, minus 2, you see? Okay, just to do the substitution. Square equals 10. What you have is x squared plus -2x minus 4, 5 square equals 10. Then you FOIL it out again. So x squared plus 4x squared plus 20x plus 25 equals 10. Now solve this. So it's 5x squared plus 20x minus 15 equals 0. Then you got x squared, divide everything by 5. Plus 4x minus plus 15 plus 3 equals 0. So you got x equals -3, x equals -1. Then y equals what? Y equals negative 2x minus 3, right? Y is negative 2x minus 3 from previous one you got here. Negative 2x minus 3. So plug it in. Negative 2 times negative 3 minus 3, which is 6 is positive 3. So the first is negative 3, positive 3. Second point, y equals negative 2 times negative 1 minus 3, which is negative 3 minus positive 3 minus 3, which is 0. Okay. So the second one is, I hope I'm doing right. Oh no, wait, it's positive 2, my bad. It's negative 1. So it's going to be negative 1, negative 1. Okay. Now type it in. I need it twice. Basically, I don't want to do too much time. Just check the answer, and check the answer, and it will give you the right answer finally. Okay. Look, it's negative 1, negative 3, positive 3. So we're doing right. Okay. Next one. Find all values of y such that distance that is, okay, this is distance formula. And 5 minus negative 2 square plus y minus 6 square, which is 20. Then you solve this distance formula. So it's 5 plus 2 square plus y minus 6 square equals 20 square. You got 7 square is 49 plus y minus 6 square equals 400. Now you solve y minus 6 square equals 400 minus 49, which is 1, which is 5, 351. And you have to take a square root. Okay. 5 minus negative 2, yes, and 20, 400, yeah. Take a square root of 351. And use a calculator, find that, use radicals as needed. So basically have to use the radicals. So 351 divided by 9, which is 327, 81, so it's 39. And now y minus 6 square equals square root of 9 times 39. Then you find that is y minus 6 equals positive negative 3 square root of 39. So y equals 6 plus or minus 3 square root of 39. Okay? That's your answer. Okay, so 19, you have to look at the active figure again. So from here, I think I can almost read that number. Okay, it says actually click reset button up to the corner, use the radius slide circle with the radius 5, click or drag on the center point negative 3. And what is the equation for the standard form? Okay, so basically you got x plus 3 square plus y minus 1 square equals 25. Do we have this one? You don't really need to look at that, right? This is the same thing. It gives you, you don't really need to look at the picture, you can finish that anyway. So it's x, that's another page. Center is plus 6. Center is negative 6, 4. Find the radius of that has a y-intercept. Okay, so as I told you, that a center to any point is a radius. So the distance between these 2 points is your r. R is the distance between the center to any point. So now is negative 6 minus 0 square plus 4 minus negative 4 square. It's negative 6 minus 0 is 36, plus 4 is 8, 64. And the radius is going to square root of 100, and which is 10. So radius is 10, center is given. Oh, just a 10. You don't have to do anything. I just can't. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, it's just too complicated for me to do that. I'll just check the answer. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Just give you right answer. Check. Okay, so it's 10. You can see that the answer is 10, right? I'm doing right. All right. So now, for you, if you have any question, you can just email me. I think the problem 15 and problem 17 requires a little bit of time. All the rest problems are pretty simple. Okay, and that's it.